How to stop procrastination. So alam niyo ba, maraming goals to set, especially this 2023, January pa naman. And we will talk about how to persist in the world of procrastination and distractions. 3 ways to stop that cycle of procrastination. I know you want to grow your finances. I know you want to be fit. I know you want to be healthy. I know you want to work out. But sometimes you are a bit distracted. Sometimes our energy is fluctuating. And sometimes we don't have the willpower to do it. Tonight, these are the 3 ways, simplest, sustainable, quickest ways on how to beat that procrastination. So hello po sa mga live viewers natin. Let me know from the comment section below. Where are you tuning from? Or ano po yung meals natin tonight. Again, my name is Coach Linin, who my mission is to empower the 40s and above. 40s ka man, 50s, 60s, 70s ka man, to rebuild your health by gaining muscle. So for those who don't have the ebook yet, I'd like to encourage you to share this live video. You may want to tag your friends or loved ones that there's this live, that there's this page to help them hope again. So if you don't have ebook yet, share mo to, tapos message po ako, I will give to you your ebook completely free. Free po yung wala pong bayad at all. Tapos may ebooks po tayo for food guide, may ebooks po tayo for low carb and fasting, and even for workout. Let me know lang in the page ko. This is my page, Coach Linino. So message mo ako dito so that I can give to you your completely free. But of course, I assume most of you here meron na pong ebook. That's totally okay. If you believe in the campaign, or if you have value, if you learn something from our tonight's live, you may want to share this so that we can spread the message even more. Okay, so there you have it. Let's talk about procrastination. Ano nga ba yung goal natin? Paki-share naman dito sa comment section below. What's your goal this 2023? What do you want to accomplish this year? So, hello again sa mga live viewers natin. Kamusta ka? Ma'am Aurora, looking forward to have our session this year. So, let me know lamang when you're set. Thank you for tagging, I believe, your loved one sa live natin. Ma'am Elizabeth de Guzman, good evening to you, ma'am. And again, what is procrastination? Ito yung feeling na gusto mo gawin tomorrow na lang, or maybe next week na lang, or maybe next month na lang, and worse, even next year na lang. Ito po yung mindset na keeps us from achieving the things that matter to us. Delay, and delay. Up until nakalimutan na natin, up until wala na tayong energy to accomplish it. So these are the simplest way that you can do. Again, simple po to regardless of your age, regardless of your activity or how busy you are, you can do these things to beat procrastination. And this applies to all areas of life. May that be in health, may that be in relationships, may that be in projects that you're having right now, business, or maybe your finances. These are the simplest way. Number 1, break it into smaller tasks. Break it into smaller tasks. Sometimes, one of the reasons why we cannot accomplish our goals is na-overwhelm po tayo sa kalakihan ng project. Alam niyo ba yung feeling na gano'n? Na-overwhelm po tayo. And sometimes it leads to being, tawag doon, analysis paralysis. O yung pinatawag natin na sa stock up tayo sa mga tasks na yon. So, kagaya sa research, no? I'm sure most of you here naka-experience ng research nung college sila. Nung college yun, di ba? Di ba yung whole research may mga chapters yan. Introduction, di ba? Meron literature of studies, nakalimutan ko na. May mga steps pa, you know? Yung conclusion, may mga steps po yan kasi you don't want to accomplish it at one sitting, di ba? Smaller tasks. So whatever that goal is, break it into smaller tasks. So let's say, for example, you want to get fit, of course, this year. So you may want to break it into smaller tasks. Maybe if 1 hour is too much for you, you may want to start having a walk, 10 minutes lang every day. up until ma-develop mong sense of accomplishment, na stretch mo yung katawan mo that you're able to do it pala. So your body will rush into more challenging tasks. And I know if you're consistent with walking, you won't stay there. Your body will crave for something more challenging. So from walking, you will go for lifting weights na. So, and then from 10 minutes, maybe you can go for 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes na lifting weights. So I started with that kind of setup then when I was starting working out. When I was working out, I was so insecure kasi I was very skinny, di ba? Then I entered sa gym, sobrang laki yung mga nandun sa gym. Parang ayaw ko nung bumalik dun sa gym. Pero I told myself, if I stop doing this, of course, walang mangyayari. So I had to do bold risk. It took me time though. Of course, hindi siya automatic. And I had to deal with that on a personal level. Diba? Hindi naman ganun kataas yung confidence ko. I had to deal with that, struggle with that mindset every day. Up until na-develop ko yung mindset na, hindi naman pala ganun hindi naman pala ganun ka difficult yung workout. It took me maybe months, 100 days maybe to develop that habit, smaller tasks, okay? So, hindi ako na stuck doon. I went from 10 minutes to 30 minutes na working out, no? Break it into smaller tasks. Or maybe you have a goal of, let's say, with your finances. Your goal is to have 6 figures, di ba? So yung 6 figures na yan, ano mo yung number mo yan, anong kalaki yung figure or goal mo this year, you may want to divide it into smaller tasks. So let's say, for example, your goal is 100,000. Okay, example na nga, you want to save 100,000 this year. Okay, so 100,000, divide mo siya into, let's say, 12 months. Okay, 8,000. 8,300. So hindi ganun kalakihan, di ba? If you look at in this perspective, 8,300 per month. When you save 8,300 per month for 1 year, you will have 100,000. Di ba? When you look at 100,000 at first glance, medyo overwhelming. Especially for those who are minimum wage earners, no? Pero if you have a perspective, smaller tasks, smaller chunks, kaya pala. And then commit to the process, commit to the long term. You know what? Sabi nila, if you accomplish sa finances to, first million is difficult. But yung second million mo will be inevitable. Kasi alam mo nang gagawin eh. You know the way out, you know the process. So the second million is spontaneous at saka effortless na lang siya on that sense. Kasi you know how to break the code. The same thing then with your health. Others who are watching here, you know this principle very well. If you are working out for a very, very long time, you develop that kind of mindset na your body is loving it na. Your body is loving working out up to the point that you are not okay when you don't work out. And, to be honest right now, I'm in that point as well. Na I'm not okay. I don't feel complete if I don't work out. Because that's part of my identity and lifestyle now. Is it bad? No, at all. It's for my health. It's for my overall performance then. And I'm sure for some of you that you have that kind of mindset then. So break it into smaller tasks so that you can avoid that procrastination, that analysis paralysis. Just do it. Divide it so that you can start. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2. Use a timer to focus on one task for a set amount of time. Use a timer. Alam niyo ba, if you believe that you can accomplish a task in 1 minute, you can do it. If you believe that you can, let's say, finish a project in 1 month, you can accomplish it in 1 month. But if you believe you can accomplish it in 1 week, the deadline, you can accomplish that project in 1 week. That's what you call urgency or sense of importance. So if you give timeline at saka deadline to it, okay, there's this sense na limited yung time. That's why you have to put your energy, walang distractions, walang mga delays along the way. So set timer to it. So isa sa mga ginagawa ko dito din sa when I'm around, no, So every time I wake up, I have this timer then na aside from walking, what I do in the morning is reading. So I have this timer na around 30 minutes yung sineset ko na time for reading. So 30 minutes uninterrupted na schedule for my reading. Meron pong deadline. The same thing din po with my workout. There is deadline. Usually yung workout ko 45 minutes to 1 hour. If merong deadline, of course, na-avoid mong mga unnecessary distractions. Kapag wala kang deadline, yung 1 hour mo will be 1 hour and 30 minutes kasi you will check your phone, you will chika at saka marites with your gym body, meron kang maraming wala kang sense of urgency, walang sense of deadline. So you must do that in all aspects, no, not just in your workout, of course, but also in other projects. So set a timer to focus on one task for a set amount of time. The principle here is sense of urgency. Sense of urgency. So place a timer, maybe this one, no, yung phone niya, meron pong timer yan, so that you will be reminded. Alam niyo ba, the reason why I place it here, kasi we are living in a world of distractions. Yung social media natin, for example, it is designed to steal your attention. That's why we call it pay attention. Social media is not free. You're paying to it. Anong pinipay natin? Attention mo. We're paying attention to it. So the moment you scroll your social media, and social media, by the way, has been designed to steal your attention. That's why may mga, if yung mga videos hindi siya ganun ka-interesting, you will scroll up, tama? Less than 5 seconds. Kasi yung eagerness natin to be excited, to pump up, to be, to have that dopamine rise, sa tawag nila, okay, should be within that 5 seconds. Kapag hindi tayo na-entertain within 5 seconds, scroll up tayo agad. Parang ganun yung principle. So, we are impatient when it comes to our own sense of happiness. At saka yung focus natin is a bit distracted. So, use a timer will give you an idea na laser focus ka. One task at a time. One task at a time. Alam nyo, when I was in high school ata, meron tong, parang may movement ata, I remember, na if you are multitasker, you are a skillful man or parang gifted ka na person. When I was in high school, I remember that if you can do a lot of things at the same time, it's good for you. But I realized, I read some article few years ago na if you are multitasking, yung result ng ginagawa mo, hindi siya ganun ka-excellent. Yung mind natin daw, yung brain natin has been designed to focus at one task at a time. And then if you accomplish that excellently, then that's where you can proceed and move on to the next task. So I'd like to encourage you to do it one task at a time. Do it excellently, then proceed to the next task. Never buy the idea that you can do multitasking. Do one task excellently, then proceed to the next. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, I like this one, somehow related to number 2. Eliminate distractions by turning off notifications. Alam nyo, I realize the moment I turn off the notifications from my phone, alam nyo, if somebody calls dito sa phone ko or somebody message me, walang sound yung phone ko. Because, of course, I want to focus on my work at saka hindi ko, yung feeling na every time nag-ring yung notif mo, we know, yung tendency natin, we are distracted. It's kind of ironic kasi yung phone disrupts our entire na thinking. Na sometimes we are focused at one task tapos isang notification lang na wala tayo agad sa focus natin. So I'd like to encourage this na if hindi naman urgent or maybe set a timeline lang or maybe time frame for your notif. Kasi I'm sure for some of you meron mga emergencies or maybe your boss or maybe sa work related, no, may mga tasks that you must be notified And that's the only way for you to be notified is if merong alarm or merong sound yung phone mo. That's totally okay. But I will say it's not healthy to depend on that all the time. So for me, what works is all throughout the day, hindi po siya nagre-ring yung phone ko. Pero there are days na tina-turn on ko yung notif, especially if may mga emergencies or may mga schedule ako for my meetings. Okay, meron akong reminder. Okay, at saka yung reminder ko, meron siyang sound. Yun lang po. Yung reminder ko dito sa notes ko at saka sa reminders ko na app. Okay, that's it. That's the only app that I have na merong sound. The rest wala po. So you may want to do this, okay, so that you can focus on one task at a time at saka you can preserve your energy. Okay, that's number 3. Of course, I like to add here some bonuses now when it comes to dealing with procrastination. I will add this because I believe this is very important. Hold yourself accountable by telling others about your plans and deadlines. I like to do this one. I remember one time, Coach Daniel and I would accomplish some courses dito of course, sa Worth the Grind at saka sa health courses na ginagawa namin. I would tell the deadline so that I will be held accountable. So, kunwari, hindi ko pa siya na-accomplish yung courses this week. Tapos, I will call Coach Dan. I will tell him, Coach Dan, I will upload the modules next Monday. So, today is Thursday, diba? So, Monday, sabi sa kanya. So, I have this urgency na from Thursday to Sunday, I have those days to accomplish those modules. So, accountability, that works for me. I don't recommend na you will do that too. Pero for in some instances, that would help. But the idea here is accountability. So maybe you have a goal with your health, you have a goal with your fitness. You may want to tell that your loved one or close friend about your plans at saka when do you want to accomplish it. It's very important to have a deadline. Kasi kapag walang deadline, walang urgency, at saka okay lang kapag hindi matapos. Tama? But if you set a deadline to it, there's this sense of urgency and you will accomplish it regardless or no matter what it takes. That's the beauty as well of coaching. Okay, dito sa Worth the Grind Academy, we offer one-on-one coaching so that you are accountable. Again, when it comes to accountability, this is for everyone. Coaches, kami po, meron din po kaming coaches. And more so with you if you have a need. So yung idea po ng accountability coach is to hold you up or maybe remind you, tap your shoulder that you can still move forward, okay, that you can still get back on track. So if you find this na meron kang a desire to go for an accountability coach, again, our community is opening the slots this year. So if you want to have that slot, message po ako because we can give that program to you, the one-on-one coaching, custom-made yung meal plan, workout plan, but more importantly, the most important thing is there's someone beside you to walk with you to achieve your fitness goals. So there you have it, konting review lang. We have here, hold yourself accountable by telling others about your plans and deadlines. Of course, we mentioned here, eliminate yung distractions by turning off notifications sa phone natin. Use a timer to focus on one task for a set amount of time. And of course, to avoid what we call being paralyzed sa mga ginagawa natin, especially mga big tasks, you have to break it into smaller tasks. Kamusta po yung meals natin? Hello po sa mga live viewers natin. Hello to Ma'am Richie, yung isa natin masipag na student sa community. Ma'am Looney, Surina, ganda po ng profile picture na napaka-fit. Ma'am Hilda Bonda, kamusta po yung weather dyan, ma'am? Good evening, Coach. Almost 3 months na po ako nag-low carb po. Coach, ano pong tamang food na pwede ko kainin for my pre-diabetes post stage 1? But when you go for, if you are pre-diabetic, of course, it's always recommended to go for low carb and fasting. So the good rule of thumb is eliminate mo muna lahat ng carbs na we have rice, we have pasta, we have bread, starchy. Remove mo sila muna, go for high protein na meals because this will make you feel fuller for longer. We have a food guide for that. Message po ako, ma'am, Jamaica. So, we can guide you with at least some things about yung okay list sa low carb. Ma'am Rizali Ventura, Coach Rizali, kamusta po kayo? Kamusta yung workout natin? Abraham Lafrades, kamusta? Good evening to you. Tita Brasi, good evening. Yes, you're right, Coach. Hanap-hanapin mo ang workout because that's your lifestyle. I see that in you, Tita Brasi, yung lifestyle. Ma'am Ay, good evening po sa inyo. Kamusta po kayo? Ma'am Teresa Di Pamalo, Happy New Year, Ma'am Teresa. We have your Ma'am Glenda, cheers po for life. Ma'am Liza, watching from Hong Kong, kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? Ma'am Cecil, good evening to you. Arnulfo Falinas, good evening. Of course, Madam Regina, napaka-fit nating moderator. Blessed evening to all. Hello to you. Coach, yung deadline, anong deadline to, Coach Daniel? Email mo nga ako, baka ibang ibang deadline yung pumasok sa isip ko eh. Ma'am MJ, good evening to you, ma'am. Kamusta po yung meals natin dyan? Mayong gabi, coaching, watching from Capiz. Yes, nakapagandang place po yan. Coach, si Ma'am Aura, Coach, mag-start na ba ako first week of Feb? Looking forward, Ma'am Aura, sa one-on-one coaching natin. Ma'am Carmelita Soralbo, good evening to you, ma'am. And of course, we have here Ma'am Adelfa Pescador. Good evening, watching from Kuwait. Good place yan. So, my encouragement for you this year again is to enjoy the process. Sometimes we are into the goal that we neglect or forget to enjoy the process. So one step at a time, 1 week at a time. If you feel na nag-fall po kayo or na natumba, they say, natumba daw and tsaka na-fail, that's totally okay. In some point of our life, we are not consistent. Me as your coach are not consistent in some times, but that's totally okay. What we need to do is to move on at saka get back on track as quickly as possible. So that's my motivation for you this year. Ma'am Becca, yes ma'am, kamusta po kayo? Ma'am, kamusta yung sleep natin? Looking forward to have our session. Ma'am Julia de los Santos, good evening to you, ma'am. And watching from Mandaluyong, malapit lang po sa akin, Ma'am Pia. Good evening to you, ma'am. Mandaluyong. So there you have it. Again, our mission in life is to help you 40s and above rebuild your health by gaining muscles. So again, put optimism to it, happiness as you progress with your health. Again, neto ng happiness. Speaking of happiness, we have here Ma'am Ligaya, happiness na lateral. Kamusta po kayo, ma'am? Arlex Media Flor, kamusta po kayo? Arlex Palayas and Ma'am Luz Lihanya. So all the best sa inyo po. Enjoy the process this year and see you again sa live session natin on Tuesday. Again, if you don't have the ebook yet, low carb man yan or workout, let me know. I will give it to you. Share this video as our way to reach out to more Filipinos that there is hope. They can rebuild their health and that's never too late. They can start today. All the best po sa inyo. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.